everyone, welcome to tennisspin.net. I'm Kavitha, here with your preview of the 2012 French Open. Now things have changed a little since this time last year, and though the favorites are still going to be high on the radar, history has taught us that anything can happen here. We may think we know what's in store, but we're sure to be in for a few surprises. Tennis fans are flocking back to the courts of Paris, the site of so many recent great triumphs, and this year's action promises to provide no less. The defending champions have fallen a bit out of the spotlight since taking the crowns. Rafael Nadal lost his #1 ranking and failed to defend titles at Wimbledon and the US Open, and Li Na won just a handful of matches post Roland Garros last season. But both have kicked up their campaigns in the 11th hour. Rafa raked in 3 clay court trophies in the last 2 months, and finally ended his losing streak to the man who's been his foil for a full year. And Li, after nearly dropping out of the top 10, put up an amazing fight in the Rome final, showing she still has what it takes to make a deep run in Paris. But there will be plenty of obstacles in their way. Top-seeded Novak Djokovic is looking to complete his career Grand Slam in Paris. He may not carry the perfect record he had last year, but he continues to claim some big scalps on the surface. And Roger Federer, who won his first clay court title in 3 years with the trophy in Madrid, can never be counted out. The way he's played since the US Open, it sure looks like he has at least one more slam in him. For the ladies, Maria Sharapova, fresh off a stunning come-from-behind victory in Rome, is also hoping to close out her major trophy case. She's made the final in all but 2 events she's played this year, and avenged losses to a few women who've had her number recently. And Victoria Azarenka, ranked #1 at a slam for the first time in her career, may not have won a title in a few months, but runner-up finishes in Stuttgart and Madrid show she's just as big a threat on dirt. Meanwhile, Serena Williams, finally back in the top 5 again, is riding a 17-match win streak. If she's at the top of her game, she could reclaim the sole slam she's only won once. But as always, there will be players ready to stir the pot. Juan del Potro made the semis here in 2009, the same year he won the US Open, and comes to Roland Garros after defending in Estoril and reaching the semis in Madrid. And Angelique Kerber, newly initiated into the top 10, is having her own breakthrough this year. With wins over Venus Williams, Caroline Wozniacki, and Petra Kvitova, no one in the elite will be safe. A slightly longer shot, Andreas Seppi captured his 2nd career title in Belgrade earlier this month, and handed losses to both Stan Wawrinka and John Isner in Rome. And world number 23 Sara Errani, who arguably had the Cinderella story of Melbourne, has followed through with 3 singles and 5 doubles titles, all on clay. But with a few holes in the draw, there are sure to be a couple spoilers out there too. Pablo Andujar and Albert Ramos seem to be on the verge of making a statement on the big stage, and Lucy Radeska, doubles champ here in 2011, proved she could be a singles threat too by making the semis in Madrid. As for my New Year's picks to win their first major here, well, I'm not putting any money on them now. Instead, keep an eye out for world number 3 Aggie Radwanska, who's had just 1 early exit this year, and last year's top seed Caroline Wozniacki, playing well again now that the pressure's off. And either David Ferrer, consistently a threat this time of year, or Madrid finalist Tomas Berdych could take this as their opportunity to shine. Still, something tells me this event will come down to experience, and the ones who know how to handle the pressure will be the ones rewarded. Be sure to check out my French Open draw analysis for a full breakdown of where we're likely to see some big upsets and some big breakthroughs this fortnight. And keep checking at tennisspin.net for full coverage of all the action at Roland Garros. Till then, thanks for watching. See you next time.